On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, pen and bitches so right. Love to with a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The words you can't ignore. Let the Raiders fall. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. People went through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on the road. Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. The radio show keeps spinning, the secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on the road. The city like splash me, rapping the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the swoop, make it fast. To facts tag, gotta make this moment last. We bringing yo, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. People went through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatic real. Always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, pen and bitches so right. Love to with a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The words you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. People went through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on the road. Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. The radio show keeps spinning, the secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on the road. The city like splash me, rapping the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the swoop, make it fast. To facts tag, gotta make this moment last. We bringing yo, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. People went through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatic real. Always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, pen and bitches so right. Love to with a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The words you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
They're here.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it is, Raider Nation. Welcome to another episode of the Lunatic Raiders show right here on Raiders Allegiance with your boy Lunatic Raider. You know what it is, man. I got a good show today. Hey, good show today. We are at the end of the series of Leave No Stone Unturned with our last 4 undrafted free agents that will be in camp this weekend with the Raiders, man, as we put together this 90-man roster. Mini camp starts off, so we got the rookies in town, the undrafteds, getting ready to get down with the get down this weekend. It'll be nice to break this stuff down. So shout out to the world's most dangerous chat, man. Let me go ahead and shout y'all out one time. You know the familiar. We got Billy Davis in the building, man. I hope all is well with you, my brother. Spirits are up, and I hope everything goes good. I heard you got your family coming home. Hey, that's some good shit. Good shit for real, for real. Raider Paul in the building, and you already know he's setting you up for the what? The boom, bing, bing.
From out of town. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
There you go. There you go. Let's go, baby. Let's get this show cracking. B. Al in the building, man. What it is, man. What it was and what it always shall be. My God, we got Sacktown Raider bike, man. He following up that armor by Raider Paul with what? Another boom, ping, ping.
From out of town. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We active this morning, baby. We got my 2 cents in the building, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up, man. For real, for real. Shout out to everybody out there pulling up right now as we speak, man. And lo and behold, Rubber Dub Dub. What it does. It's the guy y'all know. Famous for what? For being so nice with the D.
My name is D-Nice. My name is D-Nice.
D-Nice in the Mickey Ficky building, man. We up and at it. You feel me? We doing our thizzle. Alex M in the building. He come back with the triple dinger.
From out of town. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
There you go. Oh, Pete Carroll, I love that old motherfucker, man. For real, for real. We got the lady behind the curtain, man. Miss Peaches, man. Raider Peaches in the building. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me see what else we got up in here, man. Shout out to everybody that's on Instagram. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, on Facebook groups. And if y'all have not done so, please go to Raiders Allegiance group on Facebook, man. Y'all get up in there and do y'all thizzle, man. One time, man. We got Raider Syndicate in the building, man. What it is. Salute to you, man. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can steady got people coming in, man. Come on in. Come on in. I'm gonna wait a minute before I get started in these video breakdowns of these last 4 players. Camp bodies, but possibility. You never know who's gonna make the team. Practice squad. Bottom of the 53. We are here to find out and watch this thing through, man. I think they went and got good guys that can come in and contribute to what we're trying to do, man. They all have the same blueprint as each other, hard workers, leaders, all that good shit, bro. It's solid. You feel me? Let me see. Yeah, man. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. I'm just waiting to let people. I put out the link late, man. So in the meantime, let's do this. As you guys know, in about 2 weeks, May 17th, it is the summer kickoff in Bakersfield, California. What I did was on the Raider Vision website. I'm gonna take y'all here so y'all can see how to do this. If y'all having trouble trying to find tickets to the event, I got a link for you guys. All you guys got to do is navigate to the menu bar above at the top here. You see all this, and all you got to do is take yourselves to the news, blogs, and events. Where you see right here the summer thing right here, click on it, and it'll take you to right where the tickets are being sold for the summer kickoff 2025 in Bakersfield, Saturday, May 17th. Man, I will be in the building, as well as other content creators and fans of the nation. You know what I mean? It's like a big family reunion for Raider fans. You know what I mean? So if you can make it out there, man, please do. Once again, all you got to do is go to RAIDERVIZION, VIZION.com. Go ahead to the menu bar up above, go to news, blogs, and events, and it's right at your fingertips. Like I said, it's the one-stop shop for everything Raiders, RAIDERVIZION.com, spelled with a Z and not an S. You did bring that out there, though, because we're getting this countdown now. We're less than 2 weeks away to the event, and I want to do my part. You feel? I want to do my part and you know, make it easier for the nation to come to events like this, because I know sometimes you try to find tickets and don't know where to go. Ticketmaster, SeatGeek, Vivid Seats, but it's on Eventbrite. But rather than you have to search for the event, bam, I got it all lined up for you. Just go to RAIDERVIZION.com, go to the news, blogs, and events, click on the logo of the 2025 Raiders Summer Kickoff, and it'll take you right to where you can get your tickets, man. For real, for real. Hope to see all y'all there. SoCal Sound in the building, man. Salute to you. In the building, man. It's good to have all y'all up in here, man. We in here. J-Dog, what it is, man. Salute. Hope all is well with you. Let me see. And I think that might be it for the newer. I said the newers, the newcomers, the newers up in the building, you mean? All right, so shout out to everybody out there, man. Let's go ahead and dive into the content. Today, we are going to feature the last 4 of the series of Leave No Stone Unturned here on the Lunatic Raider Show. We are down to our last 4. Good prospects, man. I like to see these guys battle in camp, because all these guys that they went out and got are the type of guys that will come and battle in camp. Who, like I said, who makes the practice squad, who gets on the final 53. We're here to find all that shit out, man. So we're going to do that. So first to do, we're going to go ahead and dive in to the big fella, Anthony Booker Jr. He went to SMU, 6'4", 351 pounds, defensive tackle. Yes, you heard me. 6'4", 351 pound defensive tackle. I think he'll be more suited for a nose tackle, but then again, it's just going to be rotation, not going to be a starting type guy. But we do need the depth. We do need the bodies. We see Philadelphia do that and see what they got from it. They got the Lombardi, and that's what we're shooting for. So without further delay, man, let me go ahead and shut down this music, and let's get into Mr. Anthony Booker Jr., defensive tackle. You are Southern Methodist University. Let's go.
SMU defensive tackle Anthony Booker would bring the Las Vegas Raiders a rugged, experienced interior lineman with a strong motor, run-stopping ability, and rotational value. While he may not be a high-upside pass rusher, he fits the mold of a tough trench warrior who does the dirty work inside. Here's what he'd contribute: run-stuffing power. Booker is a stout, low center of gravity defensive tackle who excels at occupying blockers and clogging lanes. He anchors well against double teams and plays with the leverage to hold his ground, making him a potential early down run defender in the NFL. Rotational depth with positional versatility. Booker has experience playing both 1-tech and 3-tech, and at times shaded over the center. That interior flexibility is valuable for a defense that rotates its front and uses hybrid looks, especially in Patrick Graham's multiple scheme. Relentless motor and physical style. He's not a finesse player, Booker plays with violent hands and a high-effort style that stands out on tape. He may not rack up sacks, but he consistently fights through blocks and creates disruption, helping free up linebackers behind him. Limited pass rush upside. Booker isn't likely to be a major pass rushing threat. While he can collapse the pocket with bull rushes and effort, he lacks elite quickness and bend to consistently pressure quarterbacks. His role would be more about controlling the line of scrimmage than attacking it. Special teams and locker room value. Veteran, coachable, and blue-collar. Booker brings the kind of mindset that thrives on special teams units like field goal block and punt protection, and he's known as a positive locker room presence. Raiders fit summary: rotational DT, early down run defender. Strengths: strength, leverage, effort, run defense. Areas to improve: explosiveness, pass rush toolkit, projection, camp body with upside as a rotational depth piece or practice squad stash. Bottom line, Anthony Booker brings toughness, trench grit, and run-stopping value. The kind of lunch pail player who may not be flashy, but helps set a physical tone in the middle of the Raiders' defensive line rotation.
And there you have it with Anthony Booker Jr. Like they said, depth. You might stash him on the practice squad. It depends on how the competition comes out, but he's there to work. He's there to push other guys. If he does make the team, the depth component of what he brings is something that we see what they're bringing in. It is not just all about just being the physical freak. It's all about work ethic. It's all about intangibles as far as being leadership and just being that good guy in the locker room, which you need on teams like this. Now that you have a new regime coming in, you're trying to get all facets of your team in order. Guys like this is who you lean on. He may not be a starter, but he's there to give good words to other guys, the rookies. He's a rookie himself, but just have that leadership type of quality that is going to keep that whole unit of the team as one. You know what I mean? A band of brothers. You know what I mean? So I look forward to. I push for guys like this. I root for guys like this. You know what I mean? When undrafted free agent signing, come in here. What can he offer? You know, maybe he's not much, but maybe he's enough, or maybe the added in of the roster enough to help, you know what I mean, solidify the defensive line. And then under Rob Leonard, you know, he works wonders with defensive linemen. So it'll be times that he comes in, especially against the run. I think he's better suited for the run. Of course, like they said, pass rush is not in his toolbox, but what is in his toolbox, what needs to be shined upon. So I'm pretty sure Patrick Graham will use him and utilize him if he does make the team for a depth component, man. But I look forward to seeing this young dude work and see what he can get out of it. Next up, we're going to go ahead and move on to a wide receiver. Here's another guy. These blue. I'm telling you, this is the thing that I'm tripping. I'm tripping because we haven't been like this in a while. This team is no longer just leaning on just physical ability. Like, okay, you could play ball, that's good. No, you got to play ball, but you also got to have other qualities about you that we can also use to make this team great again. Shout out to the orange dude. Make this team great again with guys that are leaders, proven winners, and good guys in the locker room. If you're trying to change your culture, these are the kind of guys you change your culture with. Bottom line. Bring in your hard hat and your lunch pail. You ready to put in your full 8, 10, 12-hour shift, whatever it is that you're working, and just get in there and work. And these guys that they're going out here getting that are not drafted are guys with those qualities. So now you have no choice but for your team to just change everything about it as far as the positives from the negatives. I know that in the past that we just went out and got guys that were great athletes. Didn't matter if they were, you know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of guys we wouldn't have went out there and got, bruh, if we would have known the characters that they, the character that they carry or lack thereof. But without further ado, we got Dorian Singer, the third wide receiver from Utah, also played at USC and so forth. But here's another guy at 6 foot, 177 pounds, but he's one of them locker room type leaders and not scared to block. See, if you go get a running back at number 6 overall in the draft, you better make sure he's successful. I told you this yesterday. You make sure your line is right. If you got wide receivers that's not scared to block, get them. This dude, Dorian Singer, not scared to block and not scared to go over the middle. I like guys like this. So without further ado, man, let's get into his breakdown.
Utah WR Dorian Singer II would bring the Las Vegas Raiders a crafty, competitive wide receiver with strong hands, polished route running, and the ability to make tough catches in traffic. While not a burner, Singer is a smart and reliable target who could earn a role in the passing game with his consistency and football IQ. Here's what he offers: reliable hands and contested catchability. Singer's calling card is his ability to make tough grabs in traffic. Despite being around 6'0", 180 pounds, he plays bigger than his frame, showing excellent body control and timing to win 50-50th balls, a trait the Raiders could use in chain-moving situations. Polished route runner, Singer excels with his footwork and precision. He's savvy at setting up defenders and creating separation through sharp breaks and deceptive pacing, ideal for working underneath zones and on timing routes. His style is very QB-friendly. Slot outside flexibility. Though he played outside at Arizona and later at USC and Utah, Singer can also function in the slot. His versatility allows him to line up in multiple spots, which fits well in creative offensive packages and 3 WR sets. Limited top-end speed. Singer isn't a vertical burner. He won't take the top off a defense like a traditional deep threat, which could limit his upside as a Z receiver. However, he compensates with technique, timing, and route craft. Gritty and competitive mindset. Singer plays with edge and urgency. He's not afraid to block, battle through contact, or go over the middle, traits that align well with the Raiders' tough physical brand of football. Raiders fit summary. Role, WR4/slot depth with route running polish. Strengths, hands, toughness, technique, route running. Areas to improve: long speed, YAC burst, physical press release, projection, late round pick or priority, UDFA with a strong chance to compete for a roster spot. Bottom line, Dorian Singer II brings toughness, polish, and reliability, traits that could make him a trusted target for a young Raiders QB and a valuable rotational receiver who keeps drives alive.
And there you have it, man. And that's another wide receiver that they brought in, non-drafted. But Besh is the same way. Sure-handed. Jacoby Myers, sure-handed. Brock Bowers, sure-handed. See, they're going after guys. You don't have to be the fastest guy. You could be fat like we got Thornton. Now, I ain't going to knock on Thornton. We're going to see what Thornton does. But I heard that there were teams trying to trade up to get Dante Thornton that we got. Thank God we got him. We got a big body, fast-ass wide receiver. But a lot of the thing that we're noticing, the common denominator with these wide receivers are their hands. See, I don't care how fast you are. If you can catch every pass, I'll take a wide receiver that can catch every pass than a guy that's a burner. We know what happened with Hayward Bay. Was a burner, big physical wide receiver, but didn't have these. Just imagine if Hayward Bay could catch everything. He probably would have been one of the best receivers to ever do it. One of the best, because he had the physicality. He was not scared to block. That's why Pittsburgh kept him around so long. Hayward Bay can block. He was a big physical wide receiver, not scared of shit. He just had hands of stone. He was Roberto Duran. Hands of stone, because that's exactly what the hell happened. Navy vet, man, my guy, man, salute to you. Hope all is well. I see y'all, Eric Raiders hater in the building, man. Salute to you as well. Hope all is well with you, man. For real, thank y'all for pulling up. So yes, Dorian Singer, keep your eye on him out of Utah. Another guy that's down to do the dirty work. This team right here is doing this shit right, bro. I sit back and I like. They're really going out here trying to protect their investment. Their number one investment is your number one pick in the first round. That's just it. You had a top 6 pick. You cannot afford to go wrong with taking a running back at number 6 overall in the draft. You can't afford to go wrong. So you strengthen everything around him. Everything around. You make sure you give him an opportunity to ball the F out. You know what I mean? He got a quarterback. You add guys to the offensive line. You got wide receivers that can block. You know what I mean? You even grabbed the fullback undrafted because you knew that was easy to do. Wasn't nobody drafting a fullback. You got one that's down to do the dirty work and block. So now you're going to give Genty a lot of opportunities to make big plays by guys helping him on first and second level against defenses. So, hey, I look forward to this shit, bro. Hey, this is going to be a fun-ass camp. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be fun as a Mickey Ficky. All right, man, let's go ahead and continue on. Next up, we're going to get into the secondary guys. These are guys that's prototypical Pete Carroll type of guys. Long, lanky, safeties and corners that can have a lot of area to defend. You know what I mean? But first, I forgot, man. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. Once again, without you, there's no me, and without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation. And that's the Raider Nation, man. Hey, salute to y'all. All right. Let's continue, shall we? Next up, we got Hudson Clark, safety out of Arkansas. At 6'2", 191 pounds, prototypical type of secondary that Pete Carroll likes. Long, lanky, with range, and comes in, like once again, hard hat and lunch pail, ready to work. So without further delay, man, let's go ahead and dive in to the breakdown of Mr. Hudson Clark, safety, Arkansas. Let's go.
Arkansas safety Hudson Clark would bring the Las Vegas Raiders a smart, versatile, and technically sound defensive back with strong football instincts and special teams potential. While not the flashiest athlete, Clark offers value as a dependable depth piece in the secondary. Here's what he would bring: high football IQ and awareness. Clark is a cerebral player. He reads offenses well, anticipates routes, and makes quick decisions in zone coverage. His ability to diagnose plays and stay assignment sound fits the kind of smart, disciplined defense the Raiders have been building under DC Patrick Graham. Positional flexibility, safety, nickel hybrid. Originally a cornerback, Clark transitioned to safety, giving him valuable versatility. He can play deep zone, step into the box in sub packages, or line up in the slot against bigger receivers and tight ends, traits that increase his chances of making a roster. Reliable tackler and solid technique. He's not the most physical or explosive player, but Clark wraps up well and rarely misses tackles. He takes proper angles and plays with good leverage, especially in zone-heavy looks or cover two shells. Athletic limitations. Clark lacks elite speed, quick twitch, and top-end explosiveness. Against fast slot receivers or dynamic ball carriers in space, he may struggle without help over the top. He wins more with positioning and awareness than raw athleticism. Special teams asset. Given his smarts, tackling, and effort, Clark could contribute immediately on special teams, especially on kick coverage units, punt return contain, and as a personal protector. Raiders fit summary. Role: depth safety, special teamer, and possible sub-package defender. Strengths: intelligence, tackling, positional flexibility. Areas to improve: speed, man coverage against elite athletes, projection, UDFA or camp invite with a shot at practice squad or ST role. Bottom line, Hudson Clark brings the kind of blue-collar, high IQ profile the Raiders can use on the back end. Someone who can fill multiple roles, contribute on special teams, and step in when called upon without mental mistakes.
And there it is with him. That's another guy at safety, 6'2". What did I say his weight was? I'm tripping. Hold on, let me go back and refer. 191. So 6'2", 191. Another sizable guy added to the secondary mix. He might be a depth piece, might be practice squad, but these are guys you can develop. Not the fastest dude, but between the ears, that football IQ, I think that can compensate for the lack of speed. Anticipation, to be able to make your anticipations correct. If I can anticipate this guy doing this before he does it, I got the jump on him. That'll make up for the lack of speed. But between the ears is very important. And this guy right here is one of those that get out there and do his thing, man. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't expect him to be in the conversation of starting in the secondary, but it would be nice to know that we have guys that can come in rotation and help out, or in case of emergency, break glass injury, that is, somebody that can come in and hold it down until we get right again. But this is another guy to keep your eye on. Yeah, man, I'm man. Hey, it's just a trip. I sit back and just watch what Carroll and Spy Tech and them doing, and they just adding guys that, like, we're not used to having a whole plethora of guys like this. We're not used to this shit. We're usually just, yeah, they're athletic freaks and talent, but just who they are as a person, the kind of demeanor that they carry. What are they bringing to the table besides God-given ability? You can't brag what you have. You know what I mean? Like, if you born fast, you can't, you had nothing to do with that. You better give thanks to the Almighty up above for giving you the speed, height, and weight that makes you a physical specimen in the NFL. Because if it's something that you didn't have to work on, bruh, why we pat you on the back? Now, the added what you put into it is a whole different aspect of the whole thing, but that's another story. All right. So now we have arrived to the last guy undrafted that's on the team. This is another secondary guy. He's a cornerback out of USC. Another prototypical Pete Carroll guy in John Humphrey. At 6'2", 196 pounds. Another long, lanky guy. So Pete Carroll is in control of the secondary. You can't tell me this is Patrick Graham. This is not Patrick Graham's MO. Patrick Graham's MO is more close to the front. But here's the thing. I think it's a combination of Carroll and Graham. The way things are panning out, I think those two guys got together. And how we keep saying, oh, this is the Legend of Boom 2.0. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not, bruh. These guys are getting together to create something a whole totally new. It might be a hybrid of it's going to be a hybrid of Nation of Boom. I said Nation. That's our shit. That's the name I came up with. The Nation of Boom, because it's all about the nation. But the Legion of Boom, this is not exactly what they were. This is a hybrid. Secondary, yes, very similar to the Nation of Boom, because I said Nation of Boom again. Very similar to the Legion of Boom because of the secondary was the strength of that Seattle team. But on this team, until we can develop guys to be the strength, our front four is the strength. If we got a healthy Christian Wilkins, Max Crosby, Butler, and then you got in Kuntz, and we're going to sit back and watch the development of these two young dudes, and Pegues and Tonka, and then also we'll see what happens in this year with the development of Tyree Wilson. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting because if that's our strength, then it's not exactly like the Legion of Boom. I think it's a hybrid. I think Patrick Graham and Carroll they're creating a monster. They're going to create something that I don't think the Legion of Boom even had. You know what I mean? And I think the front strength, because if I go back and watch, and Spy Tech is part of this, because I see Spy Tech back with Tampa Bay when they won the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay had a very dominating front, even though they ran 3-4. But you got to remember, they had a Jason Pierre-Paul, they had an Ndamukong Suh. They had guys on that front four that was their strength. So Spy Tech knows a little something about how these guys were drafting to build that up, and free agents. You know what I mean? So it's going to be very interesting. But I believe this is not the Legion of Boom 2.0. This is Nation of Boom 1.0. This is something different. This is something different. It's coming out of a 4-3. This is something different. There's going to be aspects to it that might, you know what I mean, remind you of what they did in Seattle, but it's not exactly at all. It's not even a duplicate, bro. You sit back and look at the front four. That's not Seattle's front four. Secondary, very similar. Very long, lanky safeties and corners. Yeah, that's turning an ex wide receiver into that became a corner with long, lanky speed, bruh. That's Pete Carroll's fingerprint all over that. Patrick Graham, his pedigree was linebackers and defensive linemen. And watch, it's gonna be interesting. I want to see how they marry the two. It's gonna be interesting. But without further delay, man, let's go on to John Humphrey, cornerback out of USC, man. Once again, another big guy, 6'2", 196, man. Let's get into the content. Let's go.
USC cornerback John Humphrey would bring the Las Vegas Raiders a physically gifted, high-upside developmental defensive back with the tools to fit well in a man-heavy or press zone scheme. Here's a breakdown of what he offers. NFL-ready size and athleticism. At around 6'2", 196 pounds with long arms and solid straight-line speed, Humphrey has the physical profile NFL teams love. He's twitchy, fluid, and capable of matching up with a variety of receiver types on the perimeter. Press man and zone versatility. Humphrey has experience in press man coverage, but also showed instincts and awareness in zone concepts under USC's defensive scheme. His ability to stay in phase and react quickly makes him a fit for the Raiders' increasingly flexible secondary packages. Physical at the line and at the catch point. He plays with a physical edge, particularly at the line of scrimmage. He's not afraid to get into receivers early and contest throws aggressively, making him a good fit in Patrick Graham's physical DB mold. Development needed, technique and consistency. While the tools are all there, Humphrey can still be inconsistent in his footwork, hip transitions, and tackling technique. He sometimes relies on athleticism over discipline, which could get exposed against top NFL route runners. Special teams contributor. With his speed, length, and aggressive style, Humphrey projects as a strong special teams contributor early in his career, likely on kick coverage and punt units, as he develops at cornerback. Raiders fit summary. Role, developmental outside corner and special teamer. Strengths, size, athletic traits, press coverage potential. Areas to improve. Technique, tackling consistency, and route anticipation. Projection. UDFA or late rounder who competes for CB depth and special teams. Bottom line, John Humphrey brings upside, aggression, and ideal traits for the Raiders' defensive identity. If coached up, he could become a valuable depth corner with the ability to compete on special teams and eventually earn rotational snaps.
And see, that's one thing we gotta stop doing too, is I know some of these guys ain't gonna make the team, but if Pete Carroll's preaching competition, have these guys that might not make the team push the guys who do. See, everybody in life has a position to play. Everything in life has a position to play. If you played out of position, it's not going to operate correctly. To have guys in your 90-man camp, and we know that only 53 is making the team, let those guys beyond the 53-man push those guys whoever makes the team, let them be pushed to make the team. We want the best men standing. And some of these guys that's going undrafted is going to do that. They're going to push these guys. They're here to try to win a job. I think they're more hungrier than a draft pick. Than somebody you drafted, they're more hungrier. Why? Because they have something to prove and they're trying to earn a paycheck to feed their family. So whoever does make this roster must sit there and shout out to the undrafteds, the invites. Why? Because he pushed me. If he wouldn't have been there trying to fight for my job to force me to be great, he would be sitting here in the starting job. So those guys got to get their respects and their props as well, because they're here for a reason. Spy Tech is not going out here signing guys just to be signing guys. They're signing guys with the hope of there is potential of these guys making the roster, and not just that, pushing the guys who do make the roster pushing them to do so. So they serve a purpose. Practice squad serves a purpose during the season. This is your scout team. These are the guys that's going to act like the team that you're about to face to help you prepare for them. That's why I said, everybody, they're talking about, should we expand? They want to go to 18-game season. Should we expand the roster? You don't have to expand the roster. All you have to do is take the 16 guys on the practice squad and just remove the name practice squad. They're already on the team. You can call them up whenever you want to. Now, it'll dead everything with teams claiming people off of practice squads on 253, but that does not matter because if teams release them, they're free to go anywhere. So open it up, take off the protection, take off the name. And when I say take off, do not take off the condom if she's a stranger. If you take off the name of practice squad and allow those 16 men to become part of the 53, 69, 70. Let's go 70. 69, 68, and I owe you one. No, 70. Round it off to 70. If you go in 18 games, you're giving, there's 2 more games added on to what previously was 16 for guys to get injured, for things to happen. So allow the rosters to expand to 70. Take off the practice squad name, allow those guys to become members of the team, expand the rosters to 70. It's no different. You're still going to have your rule of only 48 can be active for game day. Even though you got 53 men on a roster, 53 men are not active on game day. Y'all know that, right? Only 48. Only 48 guys are allowed to dress down for games every Sunday. You might change. If you can move the roster to 70, you might want to push it to make it 50. 50, add 2 more players. 50 people will be allowed to dress down. This is just my thoughts, my ideas of how they can, you know what I mean? Just make those practice squad guys just regular, make them regular roster dudes. They're already on your team. And do away with teams claiming guys off practice because you're going to need them. This is a physical ass sport, bruh. And people play only one position. It's not like basketball where you play defense and offense. It ain't like baseball where you're in the outfield and you're in the, you know what I mean? It's not the same. So you got to compensate by allowing these guys to be not just practice squad, let them be full roster, members, and just move the roster to 70 with 50 men able to dress down on a Sunday. That's all I say. Too many years poor tackling. Yeah, BL's right about that shit. We got to fix a lot of shit. No, I don't. They don't have to be Rudy. Well, I guess that's a good analogy. Rudy pushed people. You know what I mean? A good story. I'm not looking for a good story to me is Raiders win the Super Bowl. That's my good story. So if Rudy can help make that next dude better to make sure, hey, Rudy ain't about to beat me out, bruh. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. So yeah, that's my whole thing right there, man. I want this roster to be as great as it can be. You know what I mean? I want the guys that's here as the practice squad do push the start. I want the guys that's undrafted push the guys who might be and they might make the practice squad. Look, don't you know Spillane was undrafted? That's another guy, undrafted, Spillane. And look what he became. There's a whole bunch of guys like that out there. They got to be in the right situation at the right time and doing what they're supposed to do. And I'm glad Spike Tech and Carroll are allowing these guys to do this because that allows us as Raider fans to find guys that can help this team win. And that's all we care about is winning. Winning is it. We don't care about nothing else. Let me see what's got up in here, man. The Real Raider Pete salute. I took the Hey, same here. Let me quit. Hey, you better quit playing Russian roulette with your penis. Hey, speaking of penis, did you guys see the footage of? I said, speaking of penis. Segue. Speaking of penis, have you guys seen Geno Smith's balls? Man, he got beautiful balls, bruh. They were at practice, and just the way he throws them. I wish I could throw balls like that, bruh. I wouldn't be sitting here content creating. And pause on you guys. Have you seen his balls? I'm talking about the ball, the spin on the balls he throw. Bruh, hey, let me find this shit. I hope I can find it. Damn, I don't know. Okay, hold on. If I find it, I'm gonna share it with us. Hey, Gino throws a hell of a ball, bruh. Hey, and you're throwing it to guys that's sure-handed. That tells me these guys can catch anything in their radius. If you don't drop one pass, I know for a fact, like Jacoby Meyer. Let me break this down to you. Jacoby Meyer last year did not drop not a single pass. Now that's telling me either there's two things that can happen to make that a sure thing. One, every pass thrown to him was perfect. Ain't gonna happen. Perfection don't exist. You can strive for it, but you'll never catch it. I'm just telling you. Perfection is that's what we strive to try to catch. You ain't gonna never catch it. So either one, every ball was perfect, but when you got AOC and you got Minshew throwing you balls, it told me you have a wide radius, a catch radius. That means you can catch it if it's over here, or if it's behind you, or if it's low. That's what it tells me about you as a wide receiver. You're able to catch bad throws. Because I know for a fact every throw is not going to be perfect. So, you go get guys that can do what Jacoby Meyer does, and that is catch everything in a radius. If the ball's up here, I can make it catch. If it's down here, I can make the catch. If you can't catch me in stride, but see, Geno Smith, I think, is a very accurate passer compared to what we have. Very accurate. He's going to hit you in stride. Do this, and then to throw to guys that are sure-handed, even if it's not a perfect pass, it's going to be a perfect pass, if you dig what I mean. This shit is crazy, bruh. Raider Paul, salute. Did I go too far up? Oh, no, okay. I got to check the, AI said we wouldn't win shit. How many touchdowns did AI score? How many passes did they throw? What is AI stats? How many championships did they win? See, okay, let me break. AI is working with analytics. They're doing its number crunches. When you do programming, it's a lot of zeros and ones, right? So you can program something to learn, right? Like an AI, artificial intelligence. It can learn. But to learn means it has to make mistakes to correct that mistake with learning the truth. So what about the mistakes it made while it learns to be perfected with intelligence? So to say that we're not going to win shit, if that's the case, ask AI what slot machine in what casino on the floor and how much the bet will win you $10,000, and then I'm gonna beat you to it. I'm gonna beat you to the motherfucking machine. Tell them on the strip, which machine inside of the Venetian and what time of day and how much money should I put in it and how much should I bet will bring me $10,000 off of a $100 bet. Better yet, ask AI, who should I put on the Super Bowl to win? Since it ain't gonna be us, who? Or better yet, ask AI, let me quit. What is the recipe for a dish that has never been made? If it's never been made, how do they know the recipe? And ask AI, what is Colonel Sanders' 12 secret spices so I could duplicate their chicken? No, I don't even eat KFC, bruh. I'm good. I fry my own shit. Jay Farpo in the building, man, and you already know what it is, bruh.
I'm out of time. There you go. There you go.
Motherfucker be there. I'll be stuck. There you go. Let me quit. That's fucked up, man. Oh shit. Hey, ask AI which girls DTF down to fornicate at the tailgate. Hey, y'all see that shit? For real. Ask AI. Let me quit. And everybody say, ask AI. And then Allen Iverson say, I don't know. What if Allen Iverson popped in the chat and said, why y'all asking me all this shit? I just played basketball. Stop asking me all these inquisitive ass questions. I don't know, okay? Ask me about not passing. I can tell you how to be a point guard and not pass. Let me quit. Shout out to AI, bro. The real AI, Allen Iverson, man. That's the dude, man. For real, for real. There you go. Pete Carroll say, there you go. There you go. Look, let me quit. Let me make it look like that motherfucker I ain't gonna even say it. I don't wish nothing on nobody, man. Hey, shout out to everybody on Instagram. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody that's here for the first time. Please subscribe to the channel. When you do, we're on our way to 3,000. Once we hit 3,000 subs, I will be giving away one free TV to one lucky subscriber. No, it's not a 10-inch tube television. It's not black and white. It's not the PlayStation Portal. And it's not the Nintendo Switch. It is a live TV. Well, you can't see it's an inanimate object, so I don't think it's live. But it's a working, brand new TV that will be shipped to your house. And it will be 50 or bigger. 50-inch or bigger. Most likely bigger. Because TVs these days, yeah, I got an 80. What I got, an 86? I got an 86-inch TV. And I've been having that motherfucker for almost 6 years. Guess what? It's almost time to upgrade to 100. Yes, you heard me. 100-inch TV. When I watch my sports, I wanna feel like I paid for a ticket and I'm there watching. You know what I mean? Florida Junior DB G. Johnson was arrested. Oh, I heard about that. On multiple charges, including third-degree felony for possession of controlled substance. You know what? The South is so strict that controlled substance was probably marijuana. I'm just telling you. You will go to jail for a blunt down south. For real, for real. Have a blunt and see if you don't end up in jail. California and states that, like, you know, is legal, they look at you, man. Hey, bro, can you put that out? That's all they saying. So it's kind of like the West Coast and the South is kind of flipped. And what I mean by that is they take weed real serious down south. West Coast, we ain't tripping off of it. Now, the flip of it is down south, they don't give a fuck if you got a gun. West Coast, get caught with a gun. Get caught with a gun to see where you end up. You going to jail. You going to jail. That's just how that shit is. Down south, they catch you with a gun, okay, go on about your business. You know what I mean? The shit crazy, boy. It's hella reverse. Look, see, he said the seeds in Texas will get you. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I remember one time I was going to Louisiana, so where my parents used to live was close to the border of Texas and Louisiana. They were in Lake Charles, close, you know, going towards Beaumont, Texas. So I would fly into Houston because, like, Southwest don't go anywhere else but outside of where my parents is. So I go into Houston, my dad would come get me. One time my dad come get me, and one thing I know for certain, the 10, be careful on the 10, boy. That's a hot spot back in the day when motherfuckers was transporting, you know, illegal substances. 10 was hot. 10 was hot. So we riding. So it's me, my brother, my dad. Rest in peace to those two. And Highway Patrol got us. Boy, they pulled us over, went to search the truck, and I ain't gonna lie. Thank God they didn't have the dogs with them. Cause yes, I'm not going. There might have been something allegedly that was in my luggage that your boy would have needed commissary for. You know what I mean? Because I know how Texas get down. So I was in Texas and coming out of Houston, and my brother had a weed shirt on, go figure. And he said, "Oh, well, you got the weed shirt on?" He said, "Cause I like the shirt." You know what I mean? But they strict as shit. You know, my little brother went to jail over a blunt that was on the passenger side door that his homeboy had. But my brother caught the charge, and he wouldn't snitch on dude, and just he looked at him like, "Nigga, you better say something." He didn't say something, so my brother went to jail for a minute on a blunt. Wow. I tell you, Texas is a motherfucker. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. All right, y'all, man. I had fun with y'all today. We covered the last 4 undrafteds. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe I'll start doing a show. I'm going to have a special guest this week. I'm going to try to make it this week. Either it's not going to be Thursday. It's going to be probably about 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific to fit with their schedule. But either Thursday or Friday, I'm going to have somebody on here. A special guest. Y'all probably know him if y'all into your content shit. This is a guy that's on top of it, and he's higher than I am. You know what I mean? But I like his takes. I like his reporting. So I'm going to bring him up on here. I've been talking to him. He said he's down. So we're going to make some shit happen this week. Matter of fact, once I get off here, I'm going to contact him and tell him either 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, either Thursday or Friday night. I might do it Thursday, and have him up on here if he can make it. So that's just 2 days away. So y'all stay tuned. Thursday or Friday show will not be at 3. It will be at 6 if he okays that. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your day. Be safe. Make it back home to your loved ones, man. You know what it is, man. I expect to see y'all the following day. Same Raider time, same Raider channel, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. It's the Lunatic Raider Show, bro, with your boy, Lunatic Raider. Please subscribe, like, and share. I'll get at you guys on the flip side. And like I always say about this time, I'm out this bitch. Ha ha!